Superspeedway racing is back with NASCAR stop at Talladega Superspeedway in Alabama. With the close pack racing often seen at these speedways, more drivers have a better shot at winning. Not only do today's top stars such as Joey Logano, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kyle Busch, and Jimmy Johnson have a good shot at visiting victory lane, but middle-of-the-pack drivers such as 2013 Talladega winner David Reagan and 2011 Daytona 500 champion Trevor Bayne will be contenders as well. NASCAR 5 will get you set for Talladega for the latest news, schedules, and more. That's all coming up. The information you need relating to the sport you love, all within 5 minutes. NASCAR 5 starts right now. Hello everyone, welcome to NASCAR 5. I'm Bryce Turner. First up, we'll look back to last weekend when the series visited Richmond. Joey Logano won the Toyota Owners 400 in the Cup Series at Richmond International Raceway. Jeff Gordon, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, and Matt Kenseth rounded out the top 5. Meanwhile, Jeff Gordon continues to lead in the standings by 5 points over Matt Kenseth. Carl Edwards, Kyle Busch, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. round out the top 5. For more post-race coverage, visit carnets.ca and click on Closed Wheel Racing. In the Nationwide Series, Cup regular Kevin Harvick was the victor. Following him across the start-finish line were Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch. Chase, meanwhile, continues to lead in the standings by 19 points over Regan Smith and an additional 4 over Elliott Sadler. It's time now for a news update. Tempers were flaring at the short track of Richmond International Raceway following the Cup race on Saturday night. Marcos Ambrose and Casey Mears exchanged shoves and punches, which were seen live on Fox. The reason for the fight is unknown, but NASCAR penalized both drivers for actions detrimental to stock car racing and a behavioral penalty. Ambrose has been fined $25,000, while Mears has been fined $15,000. Both drivers will remain under NASCAR probation until May 28th. Juan Pablo Montoya will be back in a stock car for 2 Cup races this year. Montoya, who drove full-time in the Cup Series for the last few years, is back in IndyCar full-time, driving for Team Penske this season. Meanwhile, he will drive a third Penske car, the number 12, for 2 Cup races on June 15th at Michigan International Speedway and on July 27th at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. May is now Motorsports Month in North Carolina. Governor Pat McCrory made the declaration this past week at Charlotte Motor Speedway, where he was joined by Richard Petty, Marcos Ambrose, CMS General Manager Marcus Smith, and track owner Bruton Smith. The All-Star Race and Coca-Cola 600 headlined the Charlotte Motor Speedway's NASCAR calendar for this month. While the governor was on hand, Bruton Smith also asked him for $100 million to improve the Charlotte area track. We'll keep you up to date on that developing story. And Nationwide is on Dale Jr.'s side. The insurance company will be the main sponsor on Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s number 88 car for 12 races in 2015 and 13 races in 2016 and 17. Nationwide will also be an associate sponsor for the other races in those seasons. Nationwide Insurance is currently the title sponsor of NASCAR's second-tier series, but will not renew a sponsorship beyond this year. And a reminder that the next edition of NASCAR 5 will be posted next Friday, May 9th. But first, to wrap up this week's show, a look at the schedule. That's next. Here's a look at which races we'll be previewing for you next week here on NASCAR 5. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at BryceT24. Check out post-race NASCAR coverage at carnets.ca. If you're looking for pre-race NASCAR coverage, be sure to tune into my YouTube channel, and you can also visit my website, bryceturner.wix.com/home. The NASCAR Nationwide Series is up first at Talladega for the Aaron's 312. The race will begin tomorrow at about 3 p.m. Eastern Time with TV coverage on ESPN in the US and TSN2 in Canada. Radio coverage will be broadcast on the Motor Racing Network and SiriusXM. Qualifying will take place in just a little while, today at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and will air on Fox Sports 1. The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series will take to the track on Sunday with the Aaron's 499. The race will begin at about 1 p.m. Eastern Time and will air on Fox, TSN2, MRN, and SiriusXM. Qualifying will take place tomorrow at about 1 p.m. Eastern Time and can be seen on network television live on Fox. Thanks for watching this week's edition of NASCAR 5. I'm Bryce Turner. Enjoy the races.